Ooh, good night, good night. What's up, Trinbago Vibe peeps? Welcome to another episode of Sunday Vibes Live. Episode 57. We in July. It's what we call what? School is closing this week, so I've been told. I know a good bit of students would have been home by now because exams would have finished. I think people would have gotten results 2 weeks ago, and they've been registering for their new secondary school. Those who write SEA, right? The exam, the secondary entrance assessment exam. Oh, Kalina, good night, good night. Welcome to the vibes. So basically, exams are wrapping up, and everybody has been on vacation except for us, the working people, the working class who have work tomorrow as usual. But hey, whoa, Barry, big up, big up. Yeah, but we officially in Java, July, August vacation. And we in July, June just passed through like that. We blink and like half the year already done. Oh, Angela, good night, good night. So before we jump into anything more on this live, I just have to big up the government and the opposition, right? Finally, right? Legislation was passed. The steel pan, yes, steel pan is now the of our official national instrument. We finally claim it as our own. Like, to be honest with you, I don't understand why we take so long, right? Because it was invented here, you know. The Trinidad and Tobago is the birthplace of the steel pan. Is the only musical instrument invented in the 20th century, which just went the other day. And I don't understand why it took so long for our government to claim it, Dread. But in any event, I guess better late than never. So yeah, so big up them for doing that. So the steel pan is the official national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago, and yeah, and this one is going to be a short one because this was a real long weekend. I mean, I've been saying for the past few it might be short ones, but yeah, it was a long weekend. Like last night, I end up in Tribe's band launch. I Tribe, Bliss, Hearts, and Lost Tribe. And I guess I could chat about that now because, like, okay, this is the thing, right? This was the first band launch, and this is for those of you who don't know, we in Carnival band launch season. So all the different mass camps here in Trinidad and Tobago will be unveiling their 2025 presentation. From it started with Yuma last week, and it'll go on from now until October-ish. You have different bands throughout the whole of Trinidad and Tobago will be having these band launches where they're showing you or highlighting what is their masquerade presentation for next year. So you could choose which one you like and then go and pay a down payment and sign up on all these things. So this was my first band launch in like over 10 years. Whoa, Kalina, what's your mom's name? Happy birthday to, Miss Gopi. I wish you all the blessings that life has to offer and cheers to many more. Shout out, Miss Gopi. So, yeah. So, and I hope she, had a blast on this Sunday. And I hope she's still enjoying it because, now, we only as young as we feel. So, big up, Miss Gopi. And happy birthday. Yeah. I know. And speaking of, age and whatnot, right? I probably getting too old for this thing, because this was the first band launch I've been to, over the past decade. Actually, no, I lie. I've been to Calitran band launch a few times in between, but this is the first time I've been in a band launch in town, Port of Spain side, right? And I remember the last time I went band launch in town is like everybody. It didn't have a fun vibes to it. I mean, yeah, it had people in the crowd and everything, and they had the presentation and everything. But I just find like what I know a band launch should be is a little wildness, a little wine and jam, enjoying the music. Not no stand up thing. Not no stush thing, and just to take photos, right? Because that is what I realized the projection of band launches were going, and this was like over a decade ago, roughly. Yeah. And so this was the first time I went back to one, and it still have elements of that, but it still had a lot more. And I was in Tribe band launch last night, and Dread, I bounced in about 11 because in my mind, right, how these band launches go is they'll have like a little, music and all kind of things, and then the actual costume presentation. And this is presentations for 4 Carnival bands. So I'm thinking, all right, well, yeah, you come in, I bounced in at the time you're supposed to see it, right? And so the music was playing. They had no live performance, and we was just trying to. It was such a mess, in my opinion, because it was like a music festival I was at. That is what the band launch reminded me of. It didn't really remind me this is a Carnival band launch. Oh, Jeremiah and CJ, big up, big up. So yeah, so right now I just griping a little bit on Tribe and Lost Tribe and Bliss and Hearts band launch, which was already launch land last night. So yeah, so I bounced in about 11, and I was expecting the presentation to happen like around midnight and thing. Like that's how it's normally go for almost every band launch I've known or been to, right? And 12:30 come, it was 1 o'clock, and it was going on to be on 1, and I was like, wait, what's going on? So I started asking people around, me and my wife, and I started asking people around, hey, the thing went yet? And even some of the people who was there wasn't even sure until eventually somebody said, yeah, them wrap up around 10 o'clock. I was like, 10 o'clock? Now, gates open 7, right? And they call this thing Launch Land. And like I mentioned earlier, this reminds me of a music festival rather than a Carnival band launch, with how the things were set up. They had like elements here and there with containers, and it was free drinks. The tickets were started off 300 and it ended up being 400. So 300, 350, 400. OR79. Welcome to the vibes. Yeah. So I was wondering, like, I know I haven't been in a band launch in a long time, and I was studying if things have evolved so much that I probably don't understand or how it be, and things change so drastically that it could be my age as well. But somehow it's like it had the DJs and they was playing decent music and all kind of thing, and we made the best of it. But to me, it wasn't as vibes as I would have known some band launches in the past. So I wanted to go and capture that experience, right? And when I bounced in there and I realized, wait, it had all kind of random things going on. Like anywhere you turn, there was no sense of direction on where to go or how to do this, right? They only dropped a map like a day or two before, so it's like, what? And yeah, I just found it was overall messy. Now the nice thing is that I was able to go and take in the sunset weekend Friday vibes that they would have at Adamson Square. That's why I went live. I think I couldn't stay long because I just wanted to pop in, just check out the scene a little bit, and then I had to like rush back home to continue editing yesterday's video, right? But at least I was able to catch the Moko Jumbies. We catch a little, artwork and everything. We've tried that Shandy ice cream, which was again amazing, So yeah, so at least to me that was the more fun part of this sunset weekend that has been put on by the Mass Band Tribe and Associates. But their Carnival band launch, I thought was kind of up to now. I have no idea what the costumes look like. I have to probably go on their web page and look at those. And probably next week we go check out some of the the costumes from Yuma and Tribe and all these things. We'll go online a little bit next week, and just critique in a sense, or check out which one is good ones, or which one is generics, and which one is like a kind of repeat. We saw this already kind of thing. So yeah, so that was just like a slight gripe of mine on the band launch that I went to with Tribe. Then again, I could be old, or things could just be different now. But Dread, I don't know. It didn't hit the vibes meter for me. I mean, we made the best of it. They play some good tunes. Like they had a container with these colorful tiles, right? And they were just playing some back in tune soca, and that was a nice vibes. That section there was real good in my opinion. But everything else it was okay. So yeah. And yeah. So like I said, I wanted to vlog the experience. Just vlog what it is in an band launch. I got some clips, but I will include that in a Carnival 101, Carnival 101, everything you need to know about a Carnival video, which I had been planning since last year. So, Mordecai, big up. Yeah, welcome to the Vibes, the Sunday Vibes Live, We're just complaining about Carnival band launch. So, yeah, I did get some clips, so I plan to do that, to include those clips in Carnival 101, all you need to know about Trinidad Carnival, right? Video sometime. I'm not sure when I'll drop that. That might drop closer to September or thereabout as we get closer to Carnival itself. Well, Christmas time, I should say. So yeah, so that's that. And alright, so I ain't going to talk about that anymore. They have more band launches coming up. I will be in Spirit Mass band launch, so we'll see how that goes and if that is much better than what I experienced last night. Yeah, right now the sinuses today, based on how late I lime last night, is like I really getting old, because it's like I don't think it's old. I think it's just tiredness because I was doing a good bit of things and I probably didn't get enough rest. So yeah, so that's why I say I'd try and wrap up this one a little early, but although we start a little later than usual. So yeah, so we ending off that Carnival scene there right now until further notice. Now, yesterday's video, the doubles and the alu pie. Now, big up Joey's doubles. For those of you, I saw somebody asking comments when they open and when they close, and do they open on Saturdays and Sundays? Saturdays and Sundays, I think there's BDB according to what the message was in the thing. So they don't be by the wharf. I think there's be by the wharf during the week from 3 p.m. till, right? And then on weekends there's be down DB. And when I saw that comment, it's like, no wonder when I had that doubles, it reminded me also of long time doubles, because like when you think DB doubles, right, you're thinking is the sheds and them, and I'm sure in most recent videos I've seen people going down there and try, it's like it not that great, right? And to me, right, I mean, my mom is from down that side, so we used to be down there quite regularly, and I remember eating that kind of doubles growing up, and it was crunchy and it was nice in my younger days. And as I got older, I realized that the doubles was better for the Sahina, for the alu pie and everything else, and the doubles was alright, not so much the doubles. But that doubles, it was real tasty. It real caught me off guard because I wasn't expecting to see anybody at that point in time in that evening, because I wasn't sure. I know there are people there in the morning, but I wasn't sure if they would have people in the evening. So it was a pleasant surprise when I got off the water taxi in that video. So yeah, it was a continuation from the water taxi video. The last week we dropped the water taxi video, and this time we continue it, right? And so yeah, I got the doubles and then the drive up. So I decided to do the coach, and this happened a while back. I was like, all right, like I mentioned last week, I wanted to cover almost all public transport here in Trinidad and Tobago as well at some point during the lifetime of this channel, right? So, and for with respect to the PTSC buses, we did the coach, we did from Sandy Grande to Port of Spain, and we did from Port of Spain to San Fernando. We also did the Red Band Maxi from basically Citygate to Grande. Yeah. So on the priority bus route, so the only thing we have to do is the Green Band Maxi, we have to do the Black Band Maxi, the Brown Band, the Yellow Band, and if I reach Tobago, I'll reach Tobago one of these days, the Blue Band Maxi. Whoa, Javon, big up, and blessings to you as well and everyone tuning into the live. Yeah, and as for the buses, I know people was asking for more like PTSD bus videos, and as I think I mentioned this last week on the live, the next one I'll plan to do with that PTSD buses and spoilers is from Citygate to Blanchisseuse. Oof, I tied up myself. I just feel. Forgive me. The tightness kicking in. Yeah, some Citygate to Blanchy shares. That is the next one that I plan to do. I'm not sure when I'll be able to get that done, but yeah. So, but yesterday was a nice video, and I hope you all took in like the bus ride. The latter half of the bus ride is like I wanted to showcase the next end of the Beatum Gardens, what you don't really see, right? Especially from the priority bus route side, and it was like, to be honest, it was kind of amazing to just to see that aspect of it. I mean, we all know the stigma related to it, and is technically a hotspot, right? And when we say hotspot here, for those of you who don't know, we're talking about a kind of crimish area. But of course, there are people living there, and there are people who not involved in these kind of things. But that's just how sometimes life is, be right. But because it has a stigma associated with it, not much people will venture in there, right? Probably the only people who might venture in there, to be honest with you all, is all these foreigners who coming down to highlight the hotspots here in Trinidad and Tobago. They are the only one who will go strong in there until probably something happens. But yeah. Yeah, the black man is the Mayaro, the Naparima Mayaro Road route, R79. So yeah, and the brown man is going DB side. So DB Penal is the brown band. The yellow band is town to Diego Martin side, and the green band is the also a north south thing. And while the blue band is in Tobago. So yeah. So those are the different types of public transport. Oh yeah, and also we'll have to do the ferry service as well one of these days. Well, do over the ferry service, because I tried to do a comparison between the ferry service and the flying to Tobago, right? So there's that. But that one, the idea, that was one of the early ones, right? And I remember it didn't come out exactly how I planned it or imagined it's supposed to be in my head. I still drop it because it's like, at the end of the day, here we try to do a video, one video per week, every week, until 2025, until next year. We started in 2020, and the plan was to do this one video per week, every week for 5 years, and then, well, by when we reach next year, right, we'll see how things go, because I don't know how life will be, if things will change. I mean, so long as I'm getting the support, I will continue to do videos on Trinidad and Tobago because I enjoy these things, and it's always be fun, and it's always open up opportunities, and I get to explore our country a little more than I would have had before. So yeah, but anyway, again, ahead of myself. So yeah, so before the channel's lifespan, in a sense, comes to an end, I will be covering every form of public transport. I did the sea bridge and the air bridge early on. I tried to combine it, but I think this time it needs an update. So yeah, so I'll be doing that. Hopefully, I wanted to do it this year, to be honest with you all, because look out for a locals author book that is up and coming, and I will be interviewing her and everything. It's pretty cool. It's a children's book, and I'll do that closer to Christmas time. So once I do that one and is a good friend of mine. So look out for that as well. Spoilers, there's something coming later down this year. So yeah. And well, she is based in Tobago, so I'm hoping to do some Tobago videos later this year. I'm not sure how we're gonna plan out as yet, right? Because I have other things in motion or things in plan. So, and I'm not gonna give away too much, because sometimes you just have to not spill all. What was it? The phrase? I had it there and it just slipped me. I just feeling, yeah. Sometimes is so certain things you should keep to yourself and get it done in private and not let it out in the world until it's ready. So yeah, something along those lines. So yesterday we dropped the Joey's doubles and Crystal. Good night, and welcome to the vibes. Yeah, so yesterday we dropped Joey's doubles and the how to take the coach back up to from San Fernando to yes, Arsenal. I spill the beans. That's what I was going for. Sometimes in certain things in life, right, you have to work in silence rather than shout it out to the whole world. So it's work in silence, get certain things done. Certain things you can let the world know about, but I think other things, work in silence, concentrate, get that done, and then afterwards, once you accomplish whatever task you set out, then you could, highlight it to the world. yeah. So that is essentially you hit the nail on the head there. So yes, yesterday we dropped the boss video and Joey's doubles. Next week, hope CJ is still here. Christopher J. Mohammed, big up him because 2 weeks ago we went on a food hopping, in Freeport. So next week we are in Freeport, food hopping. Yeah, and that one, Dread, CJ took me to some real best spots. So and some kind of hidden spots in a sense. I don't mean hidden. You would see it and you would not think they have food there, but they have a pretty good sandwich. So yeah, look out for that. Some of you probably already know what I'm talking about if you are from the Freeport area, right? Well, Carpe Chima, Freeport kind of thing. Yeah, around there. So that's what we're doing next week. And then following that, the following week, after that, I'll be dropping the Radisson video, the review of the hotel. So look out for those things. And it's quite possible the last video for this month, because we in July, is the beginning of July, here on Sunday Vibes Live, apart from trying to answer some of the questions that you may throw my way, and feel free to, type up questions in the chat as well. I'll do my best to answer them if I am able to. If I miss them, like sometimes if I'm out, now inside here, let me not get ahead of myself. Inside here, when we in, in the Trinbago Vibes studio, in a sense, I'm able to go back and check whatever questions there is. But sometimes when I'm outside, I'll be using my phone, right? The messages. Look at this screen. Oh yeah, this is my wife and myself in the wedding. Yeah. The screen will be small, and sometimes I may miss the question. So sometimes I'll have other people answering, right? Or sometimes my wife might come on and answer a few of the questions when I'm outside. So sometimes I miss questions, and if you happen to ask me a question during that time and I didn't answer it right away or whatnot, I just apologize in advance, yeah, because I might miss it when I'm outside, because sometimes when you're outside you're trying to observe, apart from what you see on the phone and everything, what around you. So yeah, the peripheral vision doesn't be as 100% as compared to when I'm in here in the studio. Rudra, good night. Tired. Just saying he tired relaxing from down the island. I trying to understand that concept. You was relaxing down the islands. You should be good. Even if you're tired, you're just relaxing, But I hear. Sometimes you just go down there and it's work. So I can understand that. So yes. So like I was saying, here we also give hints of up and coming videos. So next week we drop in a Freeport video with we boy CJ, who's on the chat right now. Yeah, so that was a fun one to do, and I'm hoping to do more like those in the future. Because, like I was telling him, right, I would know all the good spots here and there. I will try to figure it out along the way, or if somebody else comes up with certain things, I'll look out for it. But sometimes doing it with you all, like doing certain things or going with your suggestions, is big gold mines in a sense. Is it's opening up to exploring new options, exploring new places, and discovering new things. And that's be where the fun is be, and that's all the vibes. That is Trinbago vibes. Oh, Nutella, watching from Indiana. I appreciate that, and big up Nutella in the house. Oh, CJ saying come back to me. Oh, I could imagine that. That's like a 2-hour boat ride, and then it's to drive down the road. Yeah. Hadesh is saying, Dread, that is so true. Especially if you are traveling, right? Sometimes you just need a vacation from that vacation. You just need that relaxed time because, and yes, and even sometimes on the holidays, alright, so I grew up in a Hindu household, right? So around, Diwali time and thing, it's people would think, hey, Diwali, you have a holiday. But I remember you had to get up and clean house and organize this and that. And it used to be tiring. And like, it still is in a sense. Because, so yes. So that is so true. Sometimes you need a rest day from a holiday. It sounds real, contradictory. But that is so true. We'll, now, going back to the video. So we have, next week we in Freeport. The week after that, we in the Radisson. Those are the videos, the up and coming videos this month. And then the last video of this month, it could be a beach video. It could be beach itself. Or, I don't know. I might do, last week we were talking about the Prime, the energy drink from Logan Paul and KSI. So I might do that. I don't know. I'll probably throw that up on the community tab as a voting thing. So, yeah, I'll leave that up to you all to see what video. Yeah, it's been a while since we do a voting video on what video to drop at the end of this month. So we'll do that. Charlie Adams is asking, are you still Hindu? Yes, I do follow Sanatana Dharma. So yes, I am Hindu. Yeah. But I'm more on the spiritual side of things. Like don't get me wrong, I love our culture. I love reading like Ramayana, and my favorite pastime is to read like verses from the Bhagavad Gita, because that basically contains all the information you need to know about life, in a sense. So yeah. So to that question, yes, I am still Hindu. Right, but more on the spiritual side rather than the traditional practical side kind of thing. Yeah. Sati, everybody is doing great, I think. Like I mentioned earlier on the chat, we finally have nationally made we finally have made the steel pan our national instrument. We have finally claimed it, which is amazing that we didn't do it earlier. And yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, this weekend, like it was a long one, so I'll give you all updates on what is up and coming. August for sure. What are we doing in August, boy? August for the Emancipation Day, which is on August 1st. Last time I went down on Independence Square and I recorded the Emancipation gathering, in a sense, and I didn't stick around for the walk. So they walk from the Brian Lara Promenade in town straight up to the Savannah. They have the Emancipation Village. I'm not sure they'll having that this year, but if they do, I think this year I will do the walk just to take you along with me. That will be in August. This is something I have planned in August, and also, last year was such a good vibes that when we went out for Independence Day, and it's at the end of August, I was thinking this year to actually go straight to the Queen's Park Savannah and just go live there if there's anything, or I'll see how it goes, because I have certain ideas for those videos, and I mean, yeah. Right now, yeah, you're probably wondering why I'm talking about things so like 2 months away and all these things, but sometimes you just have to plan. Like for me, I like to plan sometimes what potential and tentative ideas to drop on the channel. Charlie Adam is asking are most Trinbagonians spiritual or as opposed to dogmatic? To be honest with you, I'm not too sure at this point in time. I think we are more moving towards being more spiritual, especially the up and coming generations, the younger generations coming up, and kind of moving away from the dogmatic teachings in a sense. But I mean, you still have a semblance of both. So probably right now, I think is like a 50-50. So yeah, I could be wrong about this, but this is what I think based on what I've been seeing. And sometimes when I go and do temple hopping. Sometimes I'll go and do church hopping, so I'll get an idea of how the crowd is be and how things are and everything. But yeah, but you'll be surprised. Like you would say it's dogmatic in a sense, but sometimes you know that there's that order is actually serve a purpose. So yeah. Whoa, Namala. And yes, Sati, don't forget to like up the live and everything. So Charlie, I hope I answered that properly in a sense. Like you can don't take my word for it because I just giving you my opinion based on what I observe. I could be wrong, and but yeah. So that's yeah. Oh boy, let's see how the weather goes. We got some rain earlier this week. I haven't been up to date with Beryl and how Beryl is going. I know we had some others coming along the way, so I haven't been up to date with that at all either. I'll try and get some updates on it come next week. Yeah. So I know we have been trying to do yeah relief help for especially like St. Vincent and Grenadines. I know Jamaica went through some stuff. Barbados got hit a little bit. Oh, I'm early. Good night. Good night. Okay. So they have different groups and thing help trying to still organize relief and aid and thing for our fellow Caribbean brothers and sisters who went through the hurricane, who where Beryl passed through and kind of mash up this scene. So yeah. Sati, I appreciate that so much. Try to do my best to give you all the best video I possibly can. And I mean, when I say I possibly can, because sometimes I would record stuff and things would get either corrupted, certain clips would get corrupted, certain things may not record properly. It had a time where I actually did drone shots and it was like this real epic, only to realize I didn't put the SD card in the drone and I captured absolutely nothing. And it's like, yeah, so certain things has happened. So I try to do my best to, provide value to you all. And I'm so happy that you all enjoy the kind of videos I do. Because I know sometimes the jump cuts I put in it might be a little harsh, right? But still, I appreciate the feedback and I appreciate you all. And yeah, that's about it there for me. We reached the end at this point in time. Is anything goes in a sense. So yeah, latest movie I'm looking out for Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm looking forward to that. I think I can't wait for that one to drop, hopefully coming up soon. Also, I went and taking Inside Out 2 last week and I find it was good, Dread. Like that movie, they definitely got like psychologists to help out and in that movie, because I found they hit all emotions and certain things like people would go through, or what I believe I went through younger stages of my life. I think they hit the nail on the head with that one. So if you going out with your kids, if you want something to watch with your kids, or even just go with a few of your friends, I would recommend taking in Inside Out 2. Yeah, especially if you enjoy the first one, which like when we were checking it out, I didn't realize it dropped like 5 years ago. Yeah, so that's that. And well, I'm looking forward to Deadpool, Wolverine. I saw they had some others come out, like a few horrors came out as recently. I haven't watched a horror in a while. So, but I think like most times for those kind of horror things is be closer to October anyhow, is like that's the time when you watch it kinda. Anyway, I'm rambling here, and I think that's about it for me. Right? Thank you all for taking the time to just tune in. Whether you came in, whether you was here from the beginning, whether you jump in before and then had to jump out because that's how life is. Be sometimes life is life. There's a song by who sing that boy? Life is life. La 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 la. Anyway, yes. So it is Sunday evening, Sunday night. For those of you who are on vacation, I would say make the most of it. Learn something, help out around the house. Even if you want to play games whole day or just relax, do that. But read something. Always be engaged in something. So that is my advice to you all. For those of you who have to go out to work tomorrow, have a great week, have a productive week, have a safe week, have an awesome one. Oh, Rodney! Woot woot. Yeah. And have a blessed one. So. Fresh kid Steven, now gonna pop out there before I'm now gonna jump out and head out, and you're asking when last I sip a punch. Yesterday? Yeah, I had a Simos and beetroot. So yeah. So hey, yeah, Dish, thanks. I'm gonna take a some NyQuil there just in case I gain something. But I just think this is the sinus from not enough rest. So yeah. So hoping that it helps in the morning to go and get. I'm gonna go sleep early this rounds tonight. So yeah. So you all have a good night. Sweet dreams when you all get there. And thanks so much for the support. And I'll see you all in the next one. Alright, folks. Later. Out. Next week, who knows? I might be outside on the Sunday Vibes Live because I have a feeling like, to go and do one of those square. I might do Victoria Square. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Depending on the weather too, because yeah, the weather is all about it. Today was real hot though. So yeah, Trinbago Vibes. Alright, out. Good night, peeps. Hey, appreciate that, Brian. Yes. Thank you so much.